Hey friends, this is Darlene. Give me a second here while I get situated. And we'll do a reading today. I want to do a reading for Scorpio. An ancestor reading for Scorpio. And sorry, I'm switching gears here. I've been outside and working in the garden, and I just got to slow down a minute and change gears. So bear with me here. We'll get started though. So Spirit, all right, whoa, they're already talking. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And literally, she pulls out the card that means we need to talk. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Boy, they're on it today, aren't they? Oh my goodness, yeah. And that's so sweet. And at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups, which you know is bringing in love, of course, some kind of a love offer. So I'm here, Spirit. I'm listening. I am ready to go. Apparently, or certainly they are. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh boy, goodness gracious. Okay. All right. So if you're not familiar with this kind of reading, I do. What I will do is I will pull cards, or as you can see, sometimes they just pop out on this side to represent your ancestor, family member, or friend who has passed over. And I'm also connecting with them on a level that has nothing to do with the cards. They speak to me, but sometimes the cards both, I can cue in on some particular minor detail of this card to help bring their energy in. Not always, don't always need that, but it's also helpful for you to have a visual. And oftentimes these cards tell a story that help to identify your person. And then on this side, I will pull cards for you just to tell a little bit of a story about what you're going through. And that way, you know if this reading is for you. If this side resonates and this side doesn't, then it's not for you, and vice versa. So it helps you to make those puzzle pieces fit together and know if this is for you. And let's get going here. All right, enough of that yammering. All right, Spirit. I am open and ready. So let's see who wants to come through today. Oh goodness, yes, thank you. Thank you. Sometimes I get too anxious and I pull too many of these and I get too many people coming in, and then it ends up being a longer video. All right, I heard you. Forgive me, I'm having a dialogue with you and a dialogue in my head with Spirit, because I was going to do 2 rows and Spirit was saying, no, you're not. You're doing 3 rows. Okay. Oh, goodness. One of my former meditation students bought me a t-shirt one time that said, I do what the voices in my head tell me to do. And it's kind of like that with me when you're opening up here. Opening up to see who wants to come in. Okay, we're almost done. 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more here over here. Let's see who's stepping forward today. All right, y'all bear with me here while I get a little quiet. Let me tune in. And these 2, thank you. All right, let me just see what's coming in here. Who rather's coming in. Okay. So this is a past lover for somebody. And he really wants to talk. Okay. This is like someone, a gentleman that was, I'm hearing younger than, I just keep hearing younger, not young, younger. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing 35, but he's got someone else with him that potentially is his father, or could be older brother or friend who is more in the 50-year-old range. I'm seeing 50 to 55 is your range. But for one of you Scorpios out there, this young man was very strong to talk, very strong, had a specific message, wanted to talk today, and he's stepping forward. And very simply, the message is, he wants you to know he was in love with you. He made a bad choice. He walked away from you, but he thought it was the right thing to do, and he realized very, very quickly that it was not the right thing to do. But apparently he passed over before he could give you that message. And he wants you to know that he loved you, that you were always his love, always his, I'm going to say choice, although as far as you're concerned, it didn't seem that way. That's the picture he's showing me was, well, you wouldn't have seen it that way because he walked away in some fashion. But he's saying you were always first in his heart. You were always his choice. And something about this other man that's with him, I've tried to tell him that, tried to tell him not to do whatever. I just realized I didn't mute my phone. 1 second here. Okay, that's not important. I hope nothing else comes through, y'all. I apologize. This other man tried to tell him that, and then after the fact, and I'm not clear, this other gentleman, the older gentleman, he may have already been crossed over. If he was, then your person was actually in communication with him on the other side. And if not, then he was obviously in the 3D here, still talking about you and so forth right up until the end. But somehow he wanted you to know, and I'm getting now more messages, specifics for you to help you tie this person down to being your person or not. He's telling me that you went on some trips or some travel, or he traveled, or maybe he and this gentleman traveled together somewhere in the mountains. I'm trying to see if they can narrow that down for me. Where, Spirit, where? Somewhere, I'm hearing somewhere in Scandinavia, possibly. Yeah, that's all I'm getting on that right now. But I remember, he's also saying that you had, and I feel like either you were with him, or maybe he's just sharing that he shared the experience with you in a conversation. But somehow this will resonate with you if it's your person. That he was so stunned when he stood out under the stars at night because there was not a lot of ambient light, and he just was, it was just a very poignant moment for him, you know, to connect with the universe and things that are bigger than him when he stood out under the stars at night and looked up at the sky. But yeah, he liked to travel, or he did some travel. Let me see what else. He didn't talk about his faith a lot, but he was a person of faith, more spiritual than religious, and he didn't talk about that a lot, but he wants you to know that he crossed. He had a very easy, I mean, from his perspective, the crossing was easier than you and anybody else thought. He said he understood what was happening, and he was ready to go. He was ready to let go. So I hope some of that makes sense to you. Now let me move on. Wow, this is just another love story here today. So now we have someone coming through. Give me just a moment, please. You know, I'm having trouble with this one, and I'm not inclined to go there, frankly, for reasons I will not go into. Spirit, you'll have to bring somebody else forward on this one. I'm not prepared to get into that. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but I'm just want it to be for the highest good of all, and I will not be. What's happening, folks, is there's an angry spirit, and typically those do not come through in these readings. That's very unusual for someone who's angry to come through. Once they get on the other side, they have the expanded vision of knowing how very unimportant things in the 3D can be. and they just come back to comfort you. They're typically very happy, but there's a spirit here that's not, and I'm not going to honor that. I'm just not. So here, we're going to move on to this other story. Let's see now. And this is a very angry woman. That's all I will say. She was bitter. Felt betrayed. She was not happy. Very angry. But we're going to move on down here. Let me see here. I don't want this to drag on forever. All right, Spirit, tell me the story. Okay, y'all. Full disclosure, you're going to get to see my process in real time here. Sometimes when a strong spirit wants to come through like that, they will not let me talk to anybody else, and so I'm just going to take charge here, and I'm not going to honor that angry energy in your reading, and so we will just have to end that and come over here to you. So we're back to this same person now, this man, and now I'm going to pull some cards for you so that you will know, oh, thank you, Spirit, if this is your person, family member, friend. All right, Spirit, please help me tell the message of this Scorpio whose reading this is for. Thank you, Spirit. That's called hijacking a reading, and I just won't play the game. So if there, and perhaps if I was to stay with that spirit, I'm pretty sure we could go to a nicer place, because clearly they just want to get something off their chest. But I'm not going to do that with you guys hanging on. Waste, blah blah blah. Anyway, here we are. We are going to see what other messages. Who is the Scorpio that this person's talking to, Spirit? Okay, thank you. Show me more about this person and what they're going through, what the Scorpio is going through right now that could connect this person. Well, he's saying that he knows that you loved him. He knows that you loved him, and and you apparently did something. It almost feels like some kind of a business decision, job decision that you made. And I apologize, there's some kids playing underneath my window. I hope that they're not too loud, because I love hearing them. It feels like you are some kind of a businesswoman who, or when this person was in your life, that you were some kind of a business person, possibly an entrepreneur, and you had a job that you were working very hard at to become successful in your life, and there was a decision that you made, and the message I'm getting is it was a bit of a head over heart decision, and it's one of those things in life where I've got time to fix this, I've got time to make this right later, but right now this is what I need to do. And it put this person off a bit, to the point where I think that may have been what caused a rift between you two, that made this person walk away. Now, that was never meant to be permanent. He's telling me that he was never ever going to stay away. It was just what he needed to do right then and there. And apparently he passed away before you guys could resolve this. So he's telling me to tell you, he knows you loved him. He knows that you were each other's wish fulfillment. That's essentially what this Nine of Cups means. And he was coming back to give you this cup of love, but he passed away before that could happen. So he doesn't want you feeling bad because you were focused on your work and job and trying to build a career, and that you couldn't or didn't get the opportunity to take that cup back. I hope this is making a sense to someone out there. I realize these messages are very narrow, and they reach, they're only meant for, you know, 1 or 2 people maybe, and so that's just what I've chosen to do. It's okay. I'm not trying to get famous here, y'all. Just trying to bring through whatever Spirit wants. So I want to know more about this story. And all right, Spirit, tell me a little bit about what's going on in this Scorpio's life right now, so we can relate this maybe to something more current, because you know, they see what's going on in your life currently, not just what happened in the past. They're with you. All right, thank you. All right. So I think somebody has just gotten a job offer. Something you've been waiting and wanting and hoping for a very long time has happened for you in your life. And now you're having sleepless nights over it. And what I'm feeling with this energy, again, is this has something to do with your work. That this offer that you've been wanting to have for a very long time, or it could be a job offer, could be you know, a client that you've been trying to land, something like that. That because you're victorious, but this is victory after a very long, hard battle. And now you're having all the sleepless nights. And I think what's happened here is you worked so hard, you know, now it's like it landed in your lap, and you're thinking, oh crap, what do I do now? What do I do now? Can I do this? Can I do this? Or what have I got to do? And I've got this to do, and that, and I think you're just overwhelmed. And at the same time, there's a sense of, I'm going to say, relief. If you've ever tried and pushed and strived and, you know, struggled to accomplish something, and then when you finally grasp it and it finally happens for you, there's this such an immense sense of relief that you just cry. It's like that kind of a cry. That's what this feels like to me. And there's a bit of a loneliness, like you would have liked to have shared this victory, specifically with this person. I think that they might have understood, they might have been a part of that at some point. You're striving to accomplish this. So that's what this Nine of Swords feels like for me. All right, Spirit, give me just 3 more cards for my Scorpio friends here. Let's help tell this story. The kids are having such a good time out there. I have a townhouse, and I'm upstairs, and it overlooks the playground, and I just love watching them play and get silly out there. Okay, Spirit, thank you. All right. It's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. All right, let's see now. What message is this? What are you up to here? Okay. I think you've had a hard time dating since this person left your life. I think you have a hard time connecting with someone. I think, honestly, you have been afraid that if you connected with someone deeply, they would leave you. Not in the same sense that this person did, obviously, when they crossed over. I think you're just afraid to invest, and I think so. You've been playing it casual in your in your life, intimate with being intimate with people, relationships. You just haven't wanted to go real deep with people. And you know, but you have a lot of love to give, and I see that you'll go into a certain, you'll invest a certain point emotionally, and then you walk away. You just I'm not going there. Nope, that's getting too serious now, and I'm walking away. And Spirit is saying that it's understandable, but they don't want your heart to be jaded. They don't want you to be closed down. And they're encouraging you to simply take it slow. Invest slowly and at a pace that you're comfortable with. And also, don't be afraid to tell your partner, whoever you're dating, that's why. Be honest with them. Tell them, look, I've had a difficult ending, and I really need to just take things slow, and I hope you'll understand. And my feeling about that, if they don't, then they're not for you. That's just let them go. That's it. Let them go. I just want to see what else was under here. Yeah, and they're saying also this has 2 meanings here to me right now. Also, again, this whole job thing back up here. it's saying don't feel overwhelmed, go slow. You've been planning and thinking and working on this for a very long time, and while things are moving slow and then suddenly they happen, it doesn't mean that your past efforts don't count. In other words, they do. All those things you've been planning, now it's just time to put them into action, so that you really have all the tools that you need here. You don't need to be stressed out, so just relax. Maybe have a little bit more fun in your life. And it's time to celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back and celebrate this, because only good things are going to be coming. Look at this. The sun is shining, illumination. It illuminates everything. It's the happiest card in the deck. And prosperity. Prosperity. So don't mess this prosperity and happiness. This Ten of Pentacles is better for many readers than the Ten of Cups, because it implies everything, not just money, but love, happiness, family, everything. And if you don't overthink this over here and get yourself into trouble with this, that's in this reading, that the context for me is that's what you're doing, and you might find a lot of disappointment there. Yeah, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be some hard work, but you've got this. You're going to build a foundation. It feels to me like somebody here may even be building a company, starting with 1 or 2 clients, but this is going to come together very nicely for you, and it's going to make your heart sing. It's going to be very, very good and prosperous and make you happy. Just don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing exactly what you've been doing, putting in the time and effort, one slog at a time, as they say. And try not to be in your head too much over here about relationships. I mean, that really feels like you have a lot of love to give, but you're holding it back. And it's a dual meaning also regarding this work. You're also moving into calmer shores now, calmer waters here. With this 6 of Swords, and it's time for you to relax, to not be afraid to give this cup love, and have a little bit more, fun and celebration in your life, so that you can bring through this happy Ten of Pentacles. Good everything is what I call that. Everything's good. Yeah. Okay, Scorpio, well, I hope that was helpful. I hope that this related to you, and if it did, just know that your person over here is seeing what's going on in your life. They helped me bring through this message to relate to you. And it's just a way of affirming that they are still with you, that they see what's going on in your life. They're there to comfort you. And if you can find those quiet moments to sit alone, maybe just say their name. Oftentimes you can feel them. You can literally feel their presence. Sometimes it comes in the form of... could be a scent. You could suddenly smell, his aftershave or something like that, or it could be, a song comes on the radio, anything like that. There's a lot of symbolism in the world that these people use when they've crossed over to talk and reach out to us. So just know that they are there for you, and he's comforting you and saying, it's fine, I'm fine, I've moved on, I see what you're doing, and I approve, and I'm happy for you. But not to worry, and he just wanted you to know these messages here that he brought through today about he knew that you loved him, and he would have come back if that, hopefully that is meaningful to someone out there. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I would be very grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if this resonated with you, or tell someone else that of these readings and what I'm trying to do here, so these spirits can get to their family members as well. Okay, thank you everybody. I so appreciate your time and watching my video today. Take care. See you again soon. Bye.